Hello everybody and welcome to the premiere of the video, You Will Never Find Anyone Better. Seriously, these people, I mean, what on earth goes through their mind? But you see, this is all about the narcissistic entitlement. Oh yes, my friends, this is all about the narcissistic entitlement. This is indeed what we are going to be talking about in this premiere. I don't know if you've already noticed, but I am live in the comments section below. So if you wanted to have a little chat, you wanted to come in and say hi, I'd really love that. So yeah, come on over because it'd be really great to see you. So do drop a hi in the comments. I'm really excited for the discussion in this video because honestly, like, I don't know. They always say this to so many of us, like, you know, you'll never find anyone better than me. And it's actually, well, actually, you're not going to find anyone better than me. So I really wanted to discuss this this topic with you guys, because I thought, how many of us have heard this? Drop a yes in the comments if you have heard this before. And I'm sure that this is going to get filled up in just a moment because, yeah, like, honestly, yeah, we've heard this one before. Guys, as always, do drop in and say a hi in the comments. Would love to hear from you. Where are you all watching? Please do put your location. I'm currently in Greece, but not for long because I will be actually in Bali later on this week, which is why I wanted to do the live stream, the 2 live streams. So next week, my friends, we've got 2 live streams. I think what did I say, my friends, on the community tab? I know it's definitely a Sunday, and also I think it's a Wednesday or a Thursday night. I think it's one of those. So I will be going live. I'm going to be putting out the thumbnails, obviously for you guys to join on, which would be absolutely amazing. So yeah, we're gonna hang out next week together, but with this, we're gonna be in Bali. So where are you guys watching from? Would love to hear from you. Also, don't forget to smash that like button because obviously all this information would get out there to a wider audience and we never know who it's going to help. And also this is really supporting, obviously the growth of this channel, which again, I am so grateful to every single one of you for being here, for being part of the community. It's people like you that really make a difference. It's not me. It's you guys. Okay, so I've made a few notes, obviously, for this live stream. So this isn't just about calling the narcissist out. No, my friends, this is about empowering you so that you basically see through this. Because this is quite a toxic thing to say to somebody, you will never find anyone better than me. Well, you're very full of yourself, and how do you know? Are you able to predict the future? So this is very much about the narcissistic entitlement. And, I've got to say, like, I've heard this so much from my clients, like, when someone is saying this, you don't necessarily, like put it together as, oh, this is someone who is entitled, someone who is being rude, someone who's overestimating themselves. We don't think that at the time. So that's why manipulation can be quite challenging to spot at times. And it's when we have awareness, when we see through this, when we understand what we are dealing with, is it that we gain the awareness and the self-actualization to call it out for what it actually is. Because it takes guts, my friends. As you know, it takes guts. So this is what we've got to develop, is the guts to be able to call it out for what it actually is. Because why should someone be saying this to you? Why should someone be treating you in this way? This is where you've got to put boundaries, and this is what is so important. So let's just get straight into it. Why do narcissists say this? Well, number one reason, this is all about a control tactic. Think about it. If they say this to you, you're going to think, that you are going to be second guessing yourself. You're going to stay stuck. It's not a compliment. Do you know what I mean? It's more about a threat. Okay, that it is masked as a statement of value. It's a threat, my friends, because what they're trying to instill in you is for you to think that actually the narcissist was someone who you were never going to do better than them, that you shouldn't leave, because if you leave, This is the best person that you're going to get in your life. Now think about it. How does that make you feel? What does that instill in you? Like fear that you're not good enough, that this person is the be all and end all, and there is nobody else that is going to be good for you. So really understand what this person is saying. It's not a compliment. It's not a compliment. It's actually a threat. It's a threat to keep you second guessing so that you think that you aren't good enough. That's ultimately what this is about. Let's translate the "you will never find any better." I know I'm mistreating you, but I hope that you doubt yourself every single day. I'm banking on your insecurity and fear of being alone. I'm protecting my own fear of being replaced by you. And I think that one hits hard. It's the fact that they don't actually want to be replaced by you, because at the end of the day, they know that they're mistreating you. They know that what they are doing is just literally not good enough. And I feel like a lot of the time, this is about their own fear, about their own insecurity. How about I get rid of you first, or I say these threatening things so that you don't actually leave? Because I know that my self-worth and my confidence is so bad, it's in the gutter, but I don't want you to know. So if I put you down, it's going to make me feel better. If I leave first, it's going to make me feel better. Now, think about it. What they are doing here is they are devaluing you. They're putting you down so that you feel bad about yourself and that you never progress and get to anything better, or never don't believe that you can do better, when in actual fact you can do a million times better. But this is all about you believing that in yourself, and that is the trap, my friends. That is the psychological and the emotional trap, that actually you are not going to do any better, that they are the ones that is the most amazing thing in your life. So this is very much the trap that keeps you stuck, okay, and not able to move forward, when actually this is part of the illusion. The fact that you stay stuck, this is about the illusion, all right, that you can't move forward, and that they are this wonderful person, that they are elaborating on that there's this wonderful person, but they're not. They're really not. And this is all about Gaslighting 101. This is about making your world feel small so that you stop believing that there is better out there. That's what this is about. It's about you not believing that you can get better, or that there is any better out there. And that's the issue. Again, this is about keeping you stuck, keeping you small, so that you don't retaliate, you don't go. Now think about it. I've talked about this quite a lot on this channel, my friends. Please do like that. Please do press that like button. Please, my friends, because it would really, really help. But honestly, this is about keeping you stuck in that trap. Think about it. If you are stuck in this trap, okay, you're not going anywhere. They don't actually want you to go anywhere. They want you to stay trapped. They want you to keep validating them. They want you to keep giving and giving and giving. But the fact is that if you keep giving, then you're forgetting about yourself. And that is the trap. That is where the issue is so that you don't move forward. You stay there serving them, an emotional slave. What kind of a life is that? That's all about survival. That's not thriving. And indeed, many of you have been in these dynamics. You have been trapped in this dynamic for how many years? I bet so many of you have stayed longer than you should have. If that is you, press a yes in the comments. Type yes. Type yes if that is you. If you have stayed too long in this relationship only because you were gaslighted into staying. They lied to your face. They told you lies. And then they come out with this statement. I mean, really? Okay, so what really is going on? The ego behind the narcissist. A healthy person, okay, doesn't need to tell you how impeccable, how amazing, how wonderful they are, because they're healthy. They already know their self-worth. They don't need validation from the outside world to make them feel better. They show up as being consistent, kind, and accountable. But you see, a healthy person doesn't need to tell you that they are irreplaceable. You just know. You know that they're kind. You know that they're compassionate. You just know. You don't need to be told that because you feel that. You see that through someone's behavior. A narcissist has to tell you because it's to do with their ego. They know they are not that, but they want you to believe that they are. So when you believe that they are, you're not going to leave. Again, this is the illusion. This is about keeping you trapped in this dynamic. They don't want you to go. It's like what I explained earlier. They don't want you to go. They want you to stay trapped, serving them, making them feel important, giving them everything. This is about narcissistic supply. This is about confidence. It's not real. It's fake. And when it's fake, it needs validating. It needs other people to tell them that they are great. It needs another person to tell them that they are wonderful because they know deep down that they're not. But they need other people to tell them that because the narcissist thrives on the fact that they are giving off this illusion and that other people can see this fake mask, this make-believe character. That's what they are doing. It's inflated. It's fake. It's not real. It's not sustainable. They rely on you feeling small so that they can feel big. There's also the other fact of the fear of exposure. Deep down, they actually know that they're not the best and they know that they are replaceable because they're not who they say they are. And I think that's the bottom line, my friends. They know that they are not who they say they are. But again, they need other people to believe that they are. They need other people to validate them. So the longer that you're stuck in this trap, you're not going to be able to break free. You're not going to be able to see on the other side and be able to see it for what it actually is. So if you're stuck, you're small. You don't see what's out there in the wider perimeter. Because if your eyes are closed, you don't see. And that's what the narcissist is doing with their gaslighting and their lying. They're trying to keep your eyes closed. Here's the truth. The real flex is not needing to prove yourself to anybody. You just are. And someone who keeps moving the goalposts and you're trying to prove yourself to this person, well, they don't really know who they are because things keep shifting and moving all the time. You're not stable. You're not consistent. You're constantly interchangeable. And that's indeed what the narcissist is, interchangeable. Things change for them all the time. It's not real. Because, if it was real, you'd be consistent. You'd be that same person all the time. But they're not. So it's inconsistent and it changes. It's always either up or down. It's never one or the other. It's always moving because they themselves don't know who they are and it makes them feel a certain type of way. Please, guys, do press the like button. Do share the live stream. It would really help. How many people have we got here? Please do smash that like button. I would really, really appreciate it. Thank you, my friends. Thank you. Do you know something, my friends? You will find better when you stop negotiating your self-worth. Stop tolerating breadcrumbs and see this for what this really is. Heal that part of you that was taught to believe that love hurts. So I'm going to ask you guys a question now. For those of you in the chat, okay, my friends, what would you tell the version of yourself that stayed because you believed the lie? What would you do? I'm going to let some of you answer in the chat because it's not easy, is it? Better isn't another person. Do you know what? Better is choosing you. It's you. It's always, always been you. Clarity and self-respect. I'm going to read that again. What would you tell the version of yourself who stayed because they believed the lie? What would you tell that version of yourself? I'm really interested to see some of your comments, and what I will do is I will reply to them in the chat below. And this is really interesting. It's really, really interesting to understand what's really going on here and how this really affects your self-worth and your confidence. It's really sad that this happens. It's really sad that so many of us get caught up in this. It's really sad because the one thing that you would want is freedom, love, and peace in this situation. But when someone is saying something like that, when someone is being a certain type of way, you can't. You can't actually do that. So it's a really sad realization. It's very hurtful that somebody would do that and someone would say that. It's actually very odd. I don't know about you guys, but I actually think that's a little bit odd that somebody would say something like that. I don't know. Just my own thoughts there. Just my own thoughts there. So the next part, I'm going to be talking about how to flip the script. So before I do, I know that I would have answered some of your questions, your things in the chat. Like I said, next week I will be going live on this channel twice. So it's only because I'm traveling again this week. So like I said, I'm currently in Greece. I'm going to be traveling over to Bali on next week. So I will be kind of doing 2 lives later on the following week. So it will be amazing to chat with you guys. Do check out, I think I'm going to be putting up the titles at the beginning of the week. So yeah, do check back to the channel. I've also got the journal prompt that's coming out on the Monday. So if you haven't joined the journal club, please do join the journal club. The link is in the description box below as well. Really helpful if you want to be able to discover yourself, discover more, ask yourself those questions that perhaps maybe you haven't before. It is a great kind of like their journal prompts for self-discovery. So do give it do check it out if you can. Okay, so the next part of this premiere, I want to talk about flipping the script. When you hear, you'll never find better, you respond, even if only in your mind, I'm not looking for better than you. I'm looking for healthy, kind, honest, and emotionally safe. And that is already better. The moment that you start seeing through that lens that they have handed to you, then clearly you'll be able to see. So guys, the message of this premiere is that you already are enough. Those words that that person is saying is to keep you trapped. Don't let anyone who couldn't love you be the one that defines love for you. I mean, seriously, that person that doesn't know how to love, that doesn't know who they are, don't let them define love for you. How can they possibly know what loving and connecting to someone really is? If this has resonated with you tonight, let me know in the chat. And if you're on your healing journey and want deeper tools, check out my membership, the journal club. And if you're interested, I also do one-to-one consultations. Again, all details are in the description box below. I'd love to hear from you. And I want to end on this note. My friends, I want to end on this note. You will always find better, because better begins with how you treat yourself. So my friends, remember that statement. I'm going to put it in the comments below, so you've got that for you to access as many times as you want throughout the week, throughout the month. That's for you to remember. So my friends, I really hope that you have enjoyed this premiere, because I really have enjoyed connecting with every single one of you. You know something, I will do more of these premieres, because I feel like this is a great way to connect with you. And even if I'm not doing this kind of as in live, and this has been pre-recorded, I can talk with you in the chat. So I really hope that this video has also provided you with some more empowerment, understanding. Obviously, I love chatting with you guys, and I really hope that this has helped. I know this is a little bit of a more of a different video. It's kind of a little bit more ad hoc, kind of a bit more natural, rather than my kind of sit down talk videos. So I just wanted to interact with you guys and connect with you. So I really hope that this video, this premiere, has helped and it has provided value for you. Thank you for being here. And as always, I will see you in the next video or the next live stream. Goodbye.